All right, let's jump right in. We're going to pull back the curtain on the invisible network of chemical messengers that, believe it or not, is secretly running your life. It's called the endocrine system, and it controls pretty much everything from your mood to how you use energy. By the end of this, you're going to see exactly how it all works. I mean, think about it. You've definitely felt this, right? That feeling, that totally physical reaction to just a thought or an emotion. That's not just in your head. It is a direct result of this incredibly powerful system at work. Those butterflies? Yeah, that's your endocrine system talking to you. So, what language does it speak? It uses hormones. You can think of them like these tiny messages in a bottle sent out into the river of your bloodstream. But unlike an email that goes to just one person, these messages float everywhere looking for the specific cells that have the right kind of docking station to read them. Now, to really get a feel for this, you have to compare it to the body's other big communication network. Your nervous system, that's like firing off a super fast text message. It's almost instant, it goes to a specific place, and the conversation is over in a second. The endocrine system, though, that's more like sending out a company-wide newsletter. It takes a little longer to get there, it goes out to everyone, and its effects can stick around for hours or even days. So, where does all of this start? Well, we have to go deep inside the brain, where we find the two key players at the very top of the entire command chain. This is the perfect way to picture it. If your endocrine system is a huge company, the hypothalamus is the CEO. It's sitting in the corner office making all the big strategic decisions. The pituitary gland, that's the top-level manager. It gets the orders from the CEO and then sends out detailed instructions to all the different departments, which in this case are all the other glands in your body. And you can see this chain of command perfectly when you get stressed out. So your brain senses some kind of stress. Right away, the CEO, the hypothalamus, sends out an urgent signal. The manager, your pituitary gland, gets that message and immediately sends a different instruction down the line to the right department, your adrenal glands. And they're the ones that actually produce cortisol, the hormone that makes you feel all the physical effects of stress. It's just a flawless cascade of events. So let's talk a little more about those hormones that are all about our immediate survival, from those life or death moments to, just having enough energy to get through the day. Okay, this is your body's panic button, and it's way faster than that cortisol response we just talked about. When your adrenal glands dump adrenaline into your system, it's an immediate, powerful jolt. Your heart starts pounding, you're wide awake. It's designed to get your body ready to either fight a threat or, well, run away from it. That's that crazy rush of energy you feel when something startles you. But, survival isn't always about running from danger. It's also about managing your body's fuel second by second. And for that, your pancreas is constantly doing this incredible balancing act. Right after you eat, it releases insulin to tell your cells, hey, store this sugar for later. But if you haven't eaten in a while, it releases glucagon, which tells your body, okay, time to release some of that stored fuel. It's this perfect little push and pull system that keeps you going all day. Now, ever have one of those days where you just feel off? Maybe sluggish and down for no good reason, or the complete opposite, anxious and jittery? Well, it might not just be your mood. It could actually be your metabolism. That little thyroid gland in your neck is like the thermostat for your body's engine. And when it's even a little bit out of whack, it can have a huge, huge impact on your mental state. Okay, so we've seen how hormones help us survive, but what happens once those basic needs are met? Well, that's when they start shaping the much more complex and frankly fascinating parts of our lives, how we connect with each other, how we rest, and even how we compete. This is the stuff that literally makes us feel connected to other people. Oxytocin gets released during positive social interactions like giving someone a hug or having a really deep conversation, and it reinforces those feelings of trust and closeness. It's the fundamental chemical building block for our relationships. All right, and what about when it's time to shut down for the day? Melatonin is the key. Deep in your brain, the pineal gland starts releasing it as soon as it gets dark outside, which is the signal to your entire body that it's time to power down for sleep. And that pro tip there? It's so important. When you stare at your bright phone screen late at night, you're basically tricking your brain into thinking, hey, it's still daytime, and it stops releasing the very hormone you need to fall asleep. But here's where things get really wild. Our hormones don't just react to physical things. They react to psychological things too. Studies have shown that testosterone levels can actually change in people who are competing in something completely non-physical, like a video game or even a chess match. And get this, it goes even deeper. You don't even have to be the one competing. There was this amazing study done during the 1994 World Cup. They found that after the final match, the fans of the winning team, Brazil, actually had a measurable increase in their testosterone levels, and the fans of the losing team, from Italy, theirs dropped. Your body literally feels the win or the loss of your team on a chemical level. How crazy is that? Okay, all of this leads us to what is maybe the most powerful, most important idea in this whole explainer. This relationship between your hormones and your behavior. It is not a one-way street. So, yeah, we've totally seen this part of it. A rush of adrenaline makes you feel alert and ready to move. A dose of oxytocin makes you feel more trusting and connected. Hormones absolutely influence how we act and feel. But, and this is the real game changer, it goes the other way too. Your actions, your experiences, even your thoughts can change your hormone levels in return. The simple act of winning a game can raise your testosterone. The act of meditating can lower your stress hormones. It is a dynamic, constant conversation. So what does all this mean for you? It means you are not just a passenger here. You're not just along for the hormonal ride. By understanding how this system works, you can actively influence it. Your lifestyle choices are literally messages that you are sending back to your own body. You can manage stress, you can improve your sleep, you can stabilize your energy, all by shaping your behavior. So you now have a window into this silent, chemical conversation that's happening inside of you all the time. The real question isn't just about what your hormones are telling you anymore, it's about what you choose to tell them back.